Drafting operations. In some instances, the engine's onboard water will not be enough to extinguish the blaze. As a firefighter, it is important to know the basics of drafting operations to assist our drivers in successfully supplying water during these challenging operations. When performing firefighting operations in areas without hydrants, it is important to set up a water shuttling operation to supply enough water to complete the task. Engine operations. If not already established, firefighters must place a drop tank on level ground. If the ground is sloped, place the drain to the tank on the low-lying side. Once a tank has been deployed, firefighters must assist the engine operator in filling the tank with water from the apparatus. If positioned close enough to the tank, it may be possible to dump directly from a discharge or dump valve into the tank. In some cases, you'll have to utilize a hose line to transfer the water. Connect the hose line to a discharge, place in the drop tank, and secure the line. Once secured, the engine operator can begin the flow of water. During these operations, it will be important to continually fill the drop tank. This may require multiple engines or tankers to provide sufficient water for firefighting operations. Once an apparatus has discharged its available water supply in the drop tank, it will disconnect and find the nearest available water supply. This could be a hydrant or other supply such as an above-ground tank, lake, or stream. For hydrant operations, once the engine has arrived at its location, deploy a supply line, connect, and begin the flow of water. Communication with the driver is important to ensure crew safety. Once the apparatus is filled, disconnect the supply line from the apparatus. If additional fills will be required to complete firefighting operations, the supply line can be left on site, being sure not to leave the hydrant wrench on site. Once the apparatus is back on site, they can discharge their water into the tank, repeating the cycle of dumping and filling as necessary until operations are complete. After operations are completed, drain and clean all equipment used, and return it to its proper location on the apparatus. Drafting with an engine. When drafting from a drop tank or other water supply into an engine, firefighters must assist the engine operator in connecting the engine to the supply. Firefighters will assist in selecting the appropriate equipment to accomplish this task. In this example, the crews are connecting to a drop tank. They will require several lengths of hard suction and a strainer. The hard suction will be connected into an intake port on the engine. Select and attach the appropriate number of lengths of hard suction to reach the water supply. For each connection made, it is important to ensure that the gasket is in place and that each connection is tight and secure. If connection is not secure, it may make it impossible to achieve or maintain prime of the pump and could result in failure to maintain water flow for firefighting operations. Once the connections are made, place the hard suction and strainer into the drop tank, secure the line, and inform the engine operator that they can begin to draft. After firefighting operations are completed, or requested by Incident Command to terminate drafting operations, clean and return all equipment to its appropriate location.